Hello. This is Dr. Arzoo Chhabra, and I am a mindset coach, academic coach for college students, and I have a PhD in organic chemistry. I am passionate about helping college students and professionals who are in their professional career journey and are really stressed out about just life. When I learned about my stressors, when I did my inner work, or more like a personal development work, I was pretty fascinated by how a person like me, so ambitious, so driven, so focused, was so unaware of so many of the psychological, so many of the true hidden unconscious patterns that were driving me. And it was so amazing to learn about the human psyche, so amazing to learn about the human brain, which actually so amazing to actually have deconditioned myself from what I used to think would constitute a successful life, right? A career was like a big thing, which is for you as well, which is really good. So I know you're like the top, you want to be the top 1%, or you probably are the top 1%, right? And you are this amazing, driven, focused, and intentional person. However, if you're stressed out, you're probably feeling that area of your life just takes over, right? That area of your life is just too much to handle, to be able to carry this facade of being the top 1%, or even to be a person who wants to be a great doctor, or who wants to be great at whatever you do, right? I was in that boat. I wanted to be a great scientist, so I used to overwork, overgive to work, and all that shabazz, which made me really stressed out, which made me really unbalanced, I would say. And I wasn't very happy with the unbalanced life that I was living, but I didn't have a choice, right? I felt like I did not have a choice. So the topic for today's discussion is the power of and, right? Which really means that if you're someone who is very professionally driven, like I was, then you're probably thinking, maybe or might not me. You can check with yourself if you're thinking that you can only have a career, you cannot have time to yourself. You're only thinking that you can either have a great career or a great relationship. And by the way, that's what I used to think, that people who have great careers cannot have great relationships. So if I were to go back to my 24-year-old self that was in a PhD program, and if I was gonna tell her that one thing that would have helped her today or back then would have been to not take personal development for granted, and to not skip personal development. So I started doing the personal development work much later, and that is when I was I learned a lot of the things that I teach you today, right? And I'm like so passionate about it that I can see a lot of my problems in other people, that they have those problems too. And I'm so passionate about breaking those patterns, breaking those conditioning that we are all conditioned because of our societal norms, because of what we see around us and what is just like repeated to us on an everyday basis. And then we have confirmation biases of those conditioning happening around us, right? So the power of and, what that really means is that you can actually be really good at school, and you can also really be good at another area of your life, your physical fitness, right? I said that again because I don't want to give an impression that if you're applying for MCAT this year, you should also be going to the gym every day, lifting heavy weights. That's not true, right? Every year calls for some kind of a commitment, or every year calls for some kind of development of a certain area of your life. So if you're asking for MCAT, it would be so stupid for you to be going out on dates, putting your energy out on dates if you're actually applying for MCAT. Or if you have orals in your PhD program, it would be so stupid to actually be going out on dates, working on the relationship aspect of your life when you actually have your oral exams, right? Or your candidacy exams. So do not infer from what I'm saying that you can do anything at any time, right? That would be just like putting your energy in all directions and not getting the results, not getting any result, and just claiming that what I'm saying is false. But what I'm really saying is that every year of your life, you can decide where you would put your energy in. Where would you put your attention in, right? So, which brings me to the next connected topic, which is that the results of your life are a product of the thoughts of your life, and the thought of your life is a product of your attention, right? So wherever you're placing your attention for an extended period of time, are the thoughts that you're producing is then connected to the results you're producing. So if you think that you want to work on a physical fitness of aspect of your life, then, or let's say extracurricular aspect of your life, then you want to intentionally have more of those thoughts. You intentionally want to surf the internet on how to do a certain activity or whatever you are trying to learn, right? Which means that you have to use the internet in your favor, which means that the internet doesn't have to rule you, but you have to rule the internet. Meaning you have to use it to your advantage. You have to use it to for your benefit, right? So then the other thing was that, have you actually decided, do you actually put in the effort to just sit down in the discomfort of not really knowing what you want, to actually asking yourself the genuine question of, where do I want to place my energy this year? It does depend on where you're placed in your life right now. Are you placed in a year when you have your exams, or are you really placed in a year when you don't have a lot of workload? You can have a balanced work life, so you can also focus on other areas of your life, right? So it does depend on where the placement is, and then actually deciding where you would like to focus your energy on. So then, right, and then again, a great reminder that it just doesn't have to be one thing, because even if you have a professional degree, or even if you are a professional degree aspirant like me, myself, life doesn't have to be just one thing. And if you feel like I kind of knew that already when I was in school, but I still had the blocks, right? So I guess I'm I'm just harping on that because it's important for you to think that you might have some things that you already are working on along with school, right? And at the same time, genuinely suppressing some of the other things that you might want, but you feel like you cannot have it just because you are in grad school, right? For me, I used to think there is no way I can date right now because I would be moving. I'd be moving to a different place because I would get a job. And now I decided to live like a digital nomad. So I'm like moving countries and moving cities and moving places very frequently. So the old age question still exists. Should I even date? But that is also a limiting block of my brain, right? So which means that it would be great to be unraveling the ends and actually really seeing where you're blocking yourself from. What are you actually not letting yourself have because of your current situation? So share in the comment section. I'd be very interested to know what you think your blocks are, and what are some of the areas, the aspects of your life that you are working on or enhancing this year, and you're just making them stronger so they become a muscle that that aspect or that area of your life becomes second nature to you. That becomes your identity, right? I will be waiting for you to share that in the comment section. If there is something that you would like me to share, give insights on a topic that you're struggling with in college or in your professional career, professional degrees, comment that in the comment section, and I will see you guys in the next pod. Take care. Bye now.